Hey, beautiful souls, beautiful sunshine here with the R Holistic Healer, aka Sonia B. I am back with another prophetic message, and I received these this morning, and it is actually three important messages. And I just want to say, for those of you who are new to my channel, I just want to say welcome, and for those of you who are returning back, I want to say welcome back. Keep in mind that these energies could be happening right now, and if it's not happening right now, doesn't mean that it couldn't be happening like tomorrow, a couple of days from now, a couple of weeks from now, or even a month or so from now. So keep that in mind as well too. And just know that if the message doesn't resonate with you, but you feel like you was being divinely guided to my channel, obviously the message is there for someone, whether it's for you or someone that may be within your immediate environment, or whether it could be, you know, just whoever may be possibly in your immediate environment that maybe spirit wants you to maybe hear the message and helping you to see and maybe understand of what could possibly be going on with someone else pertaining to your life. Anyway, so with all that being said, for those of you who do not know, I'm an intuitive, clairvoyant, yoga empath who receives divine prophetic dream messages. I also receive intuitive messages as well, and I receive intuitive messages through music as well. So, and for those of you who do not know, I am here to help assist souls on their spiritual journey, to translate messages from the spiritual world into this 3D world. So in other words, it's almost like having the spiritual 411 before the events happen, in a sense, so that way you'll know what's to come. And I'm just here to help assist on that journey. And I will say this, because I know my vibes or my energy may appear a little different today. I told you guys before that I was dealing with the situation in regards to a family member, should I say. And I said this, you know, individual is near and dear to my heart, should I say. And there's just, let's just say there's some issues going on right now, should I say. Anyway, but I just want to let you know, I'm gonna try to get through this video, and I'm gonna hope that I don't become emotional in the process, because I know I had to get myself together before I came on camera or whatever. And I'm like, okay, Lord, you're gonna do this to me right now, because the tears is like they wanted to start flowing. It's like that the tears wanted to start flowing, should I say. Excuse me, y'all. And I will say this. I know some of y'all are probably like, why is she even recording this video? To be honest with you. Because I feel like God is using me as an example in a sense. And the reason why I say that is because anything I do, it's always an example. And the reason why I say that is because God wants you to know that you don't always have to be so rigid, so hard, so tough, so protective. And there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself, especially if people are crossing your boundaries, okay? And let me say that first and foremost, you know, because we should. I know some people, and I know that people have experienced different things throughout life, and I know that you guys hear me when I open up the message. And I always start the message with, hey, beautiful souls, right? And I always start the message with, hey, beautiful souls, because I know and I realize that, excuse me, every soul matters. Even if there's people out there who do you wrong, even if there's people out there who, you know, may say things to you out of hurt and anger, even if there's people out there who are themselves maybe hurting, so therefore hurt people hurt other people. And I say all that to say that we are definitely in challenging times right now. And I say that to say, have your spiritual boundaries up. And again, just know your boundaries in a sense. And I say that to say that, you know, because God is really testing us, should I say. And I told you guys I didn't make any New Year's resolutions. I just came in a new year just saying to myself, okay, just whatever comes my way, I just have to deal with it, tackle it. And right out the gate, coming into the new year, should I say. It was just already things kind of transpiring behind the scenes, should I say. In case you guys don't know, some people were being activated in a way that, you know, I told you before that some things are being divinely guided, should I say, that only God can see the bigger picture. And then sometimes, you know, we're dealing with things that we don't necessarily understand from his perspective. And that's why I said that, you know, one of the dreams where someone was cleaning a bathroom and they was really trying to see out the window, but there was the I don't know how to say it, just not being able to see through the window clearly, because it was like this, like it was a little murky. It was a little murky, excuse me. And it was they was just trying their hardest to see through the, I'm gonna just say, like, if you imagine rose colored glasses, just trying to see through that, just trying your hardest to see through that. But anyway, I say all that to say, you know, so many people are dealing with so many different things right now. And I didn't expect, I mean, not that I didn't expect, I tried not to, as I told you guys before, I deliver these prophetic messages, you know, and there's some messages that sometimes that are here for me as well too. You know, and not only that, but there are messages, you know, that are just meant for other people, you know, and I have to decipher which is which. And then sometimes I don't always receive the full details. Well, you know, I told you guys that God was saying that there were going to be some events that are divinely orchestrated and controlled by him. And I say all that to say that, you know, I think that's why it's so important for us to get out of our heads, because I know with me being an air sign, sometimes I could be in my head a lot, and I have to remind myself to, you know, change the way I think or whatever the case may be, just to be real and honest, because I know we all kind of sit and just ponder on things and you can think about it over and over again, you know. So I say all that to say that, you know, let me just say that God saw a spirit had threw me a curveball that I wasn't even so expecting. I wasn't so expecting it, but I was expecting the unexpected, but I didn't, let me say this. I was trying not to attach myself to any situations or any outcomes. Let me say that first and foremost. I was just basically trying to remain open, but at the same time, it's just like I was still being thrown a curveball that kind of caught me off guard. And I just want you guys to know that it's going to be so important right now to just, if you, to really trust God. And I say that to trust because even though there was a situation, or still is a situation, that's hitting close to me or whatever the case may be, you know, and I know God allows us to have certain situations to strengthen us and allow us to become stronger, should I say. And it's funny because my daughter had brought to my attention, she was reading this tweet to me when somebody mentioned about 2018. It was like they felt like it was almost like dealing with the 2018 energies all over again in a sense, but just changing characters, should I say. But anyway, so I say all that to say, just try to remain open. Try to try not to be too rigid or just too stern or too, you know, unchangeable, should I say, because if you find yourself being that way, you're going to find yourself having a hard time. And I know you're probably saying, well, you sitting over there, you crying or whatever the case may be. No, it's just that, you know, I wasn't expecting that. I was remaining open to the unexpected, should I say, but at the same time, it's like I feel like God is just, he's just testing me even more. Anyway, so let me get into the prophetic message, y'all. I hope I didn't lose you just yet. But anyway, so the first dream that I had was I saw like these people, and to me, it was a representation of, the people running into the buildings, right? They were running into this one particular building, and they was running into this building. I can't really say why they was running into this building, but I kind of got the feeling like they was running into this building because they was waiting to hear like a message, something of a message, like somebody's speaking. I don't know. I didn't see anybody, but I was just getting the feelings that it was important for them to be there for this event, should I say. And then I saw that there were certain areas in the dream that was already filled up in this like venue, and it was really big, really big. And it wasn't anything that had like stadium seats. It was just all flat level, and it was just a bunch of people's with, were they even chairs? I can't even say if they were chairs, but I just knew that they was trying to get into this event. So I just noticed that over in another particular area of the building, it's like walking through the doors and you looking for space to see what's open so you can try to go to that space. Well, I saw this one particular area that had some space open, and it's almost like the crowd was kind of rushing in a sense. And when I say rushing, there wasn't any pushing or fighting or, anything of that nature. But I did hear somebody kind of like, there was a little bit of, maybe like, maybe bogarting somebody, but not in an aggressive type way in a sense, and somebody kind of saying something. But other than that, thank you, Spirit. It was like a sense of urgency, like they felt like they needed to be in this building. So again, I can't even say what this building was representation of, but I just want to let you know that after that dream, because that's how it just ended, me just seeing everybody trying to rush into this building. But then I had another dream after that, and the dream after that was, it was like I heard God saying that I had heard God saying after that first dream, so it was just letting me know that the second dream was correlating with the first dream. So what he had basically said was, some of you guys, hold on, let me make sure I got this right. Next dream, and I heard God saying, now it's time for you to see what it's like to walk in someone else's shoes. That's what I heard. So I say all that to say that and only you guys know how you've been living your life. If you've been living your life with integrity, if you've been living your life with morals, values, love and respect, or having empathy for others, or just just doing the right thing when nobody's watching, in other words. Well, I'm not here to judge anyone, because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm just only here to deliver the message. But I just say all that to say that if we didn't understand what people might have been going through or experiencing before, and don't necessarily take it as a bad thing, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. It's just more about a lesson. Not to take it personal, because it's more about a lesson, just learning a lesson, that's all. And I think these lessons are opening us up to different experiences in our life. In other words, so if you've been this way, and that way, so now it's like this doors open you up to a totally different experience than what you've experienced before. Thank you, Spirit. And yeah, so anyway, but this third dream, just be mindful of items and things that you bring into your home in regards to other people. And I say that to say, whether it's a situation of something maybe somebody gave you, or maybe something that you have that possibly belongs to someone else, or whatever the case may be, just be mindful about bringing it into your home. And I say that to say because sometimes it's almost like sometimes you find yourself tapping into that other person's energy in a sense, And you may or you may not decide that you want to tap into it in that type of way, should I say. So you're gonna have to be mindful during these times of just what you're tapping into your energy field, you know, because sometimes spiritually it may show up, or sometimes physically it may show up. And that situation can apply in any different way. And I also want to let you know too that if there are situations where you guys have had a situation where there may have been a loved one that possibly may have passed on, should I say, you know, just be mindful. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes souls that cross over, you want to just be mindful of when they cross over. And I say that to say because, you know, it just, their souls matter. Let me say that first. Their souls matter. Okay, their souls, everyone matters. Even their soul matters too. Unfortunately, people are just learning lessons, should I say, in, you know, in every different situation. So I say all that to say, just be mindful of who you allow to connect with you once an individual has crossed over, should I say, you know, because you can create spiritual boundaries there as well too, in regards to souls that have crossed over. And then, you know, you also have to ask yourself, how did they live their life? Did they live their life with integrity, morals, value, you know, self-love, and so on and so on? Because the truth of the matter is, when you open up certain doors, you know, you allow certain energies to come in, and, you know, sometimes being around certain energies, a person can kind of find themselves taking on that same energy that person may have had. And it just depends on how that individual, again, lived their life. So I know for me, like, let's just say, I've had situations where, let's just say, I had situations where loved ones showed up in my dream, but I didn't go looking for them, and I didn't channel them. Let me say that, you know, and I say that to say, like, you know, talking about loved ones that have passed on, you know, in the past or whatever. But I say all that to say, I didn't go looking for their energy. I didn't channel their energy. You know, I wasn't sitting there calling them in, should I say, because I guess for me, I just focus on God, soul, spirit, because you never know how and I say that to say, let me give you an example. So let's just say, like, if there was a soul who was probably like in their 70s or whatever the case may be, well, guess what? When they was in their 30s, I didn't know how they were because I was young. So therefore, I never saw how they lived their life, in other words. So I say that to say that, you know, they could not, not saying that people cannot change. People can change, but at the same time, you know, I don't know what their soul was like, in other words, when they left, you know, or when their souls crossed over, should I say. So I say all that to say, to just be mindful of just, you know, who you connect with on the other side spiritually, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, if you're certain of how this person was, and, you know, and you feel comfortable with doing so, then by all means, because I know back a couple of years ago, I would always hear people saying this and saying that about their ancestors. But to be honest with you, and I'm not judging them, for me, I just went straight to source, you know. I just went straight to source. So anyway, but those were all the messages that I have. Was that it? Yeah, those were all the messages that I have. So yeah, so anyway, y'all, I just forgive me about just being a little emotional. It's just that, you know, the situation is just, it just caught me off guard, should I say. I wasn't, and I guess that's why God was just saying to let your guards down a little bit, not a little bit. Well, it was a matter of letting your guards down, because, you know, it's a matter of being, it's like you have to have the good and you have to have the bad, even though the good, you see what I'm saying? Because you are part of the good, then you also have that bad that's part of you. So it's almost like you have to have the hurt, and then you have to have the happiness in order to be able to experience what it is. It's that alchemy. You balance between the two, you know? So anyway, I don't want to confuse y'all. I don't want to keep rambling on, but I just wanted to say that real quick. And I wish you all much love, much light. And I just say, I'm hearing I'm hearing spirit say, Just try to be at peace with whatever situation that you may possibly be dealing with. Just try to look at it from a peaceful situation. Peace. That's what I'm just hearing. Peace. Just try to be at peace with it. With it, whatever it may be, whatever it is that you may have going on, just look at it from a peaceful point of view. So anyway, that's all that I have. I wish you all much love, much light, and I say peace and blessings. I say bye.